What's going on, guys? Joe from the review crew here again, joined as always by
Mike
and Mikey.
Today we're going to be watching episode 8, season 2 of The Expanse. We had a pretty exciting episode last time.
A lot of things happened in the last episode.
Like Anderson Dawes's
little rally.
Yeah,
Little
rally. And I love that you were both like, hey, what's going on with him? Did he get booted off the show? And literally the next episode, here he is with another great monologue and pulling all the strings everywhere.
And using Diogo to find out about a scientist, Cortazar, which he then kidnapped in as you said, it was a distraction or diversion. It was. Now, interestingly enough, while editing these videos, I noticed at the end of the episode, and I don't know if it's going to come back, tinfoil hat time, Amos was not there. Amos was missing, and they even mentioned it. So he's either somewhere on the station, or
he's doing his own thing.
He's doing his own thing, or he was, discussing with Cortazar or something at the end of during the episode. So maybe related to that.
He was.
But
do you remember what he was discussing with Cortazar?
How to turn off part of the brain?
Yes. So we'll see what happens with that. And then we also learned that Fred Johnson's right-hand woman is in Anderson Dawes' pocket, as well as previous love interest.
She was a previous love interest, but I don't know. I don't think she divulged information to him because
we don't know if
she had to go to Diogo to find out what was going on, kind of.
We couldn't. Yeah, fair. Okay, so we don't know where her true allegiance lies.
Yeah, she could be with Fred Johnson, but as we learned last episode from Naomi, Fred Johnson and Holden just look like two big earthers coming in telling Belters what to do.
Yeah.
And
then Anderson
Dawes is a Belter coming in saying, let's work together as Belters. And why would an earther and a Mars, why should they tell us what to do? And, stir a little drama up as we see Naomi kind of flip-flop. And she really, as some of the comments have said, she just has to pick a damn side. Because she's for the Belters, but she's still doing stuff with the crew. So she's trying to double dip on this side and that side, just so that if she needs to, she could bail maybe with one of them, maybe related to her past. But it's been some of these things where she's really just I thought Amos would honestly be the one that we would have issues with, being loyal, having control issues, but Naomi is just being a secret agent first.
Well, like Fred Johnson told James Holden 2 episodes ago, he's got to pick a side. Like, that's how everything works. Like, you can't be neutral.
Yeah, exactly. And, even though, our crew doesn't seem like they picked a side, they kind of did already.
And then the last big thing was obviously all of the craziness that happened on Ganymede. But more importantly, last episode, we saw Gunny go on the record saying what?
I saw a creature.
Well, no, she didn't go on the record.
Not a creature. She said off the record to the commander, I saw something without a suit on.
Yes.
No suit.
And then on the record, it was a Mars-Earth attack battle, and Mars shot first.
No, she said Earth shot first and was told
to say Mars shot first.
Yes.
Exactly. And, part of it is, what's going on with this fights in space, like was Earth and Mars shooting at each other up there, and what was going on, because don't believe it was Mao doing this. I believe what happened was the Earth, and so they saw what was going on the surface with the firing, and they maybe fired on each other, but we don't know as of right now who started what. We don't know who shot first because we weren't there to see.
It was Greedo.
The only thing we do know is that Morris is taking the initiative, and it seems like they want to take the blame.
Exactly.
To avoid a larger conflict.
Right, because the leadership on Mars wants peace, even though their Marines are chomping at the bit to actually go to war.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, this was a little bit of an extended recap. I think we're pretty good to jump.
Let's jump into it.
We could jump right into this one. We'll start in The Expanse, season 2, episode 8, in 3, 2, 1.
We should really look up Johnson's right-hand girl, what her name is.
For research purposes only, of course.
I meant the fucking character name, you weirdo. Grass. Trees? Vegetation.
Past.
You don't see that very often.
Must be on some sort of station. Oh, it's probably Ganymede.
Sure looks like it.
Oh, that's an awesome backpack. Hollow backpack design logos. Jeez.
You think they would have made those like impact resistant?
I mean,
No impact resistance for that.
Secret water? Why is there a lay in it?
Gonna drink the proto molecule
That's what I'm thinking.
on the refugee ship.
I'm looking for my daughter. Looking for my daughter May. Is she here?
Dinner child here, Beltalowda.
Damn.
There's a belt there working on Ganymede.
Where are we?
Freighter.
Were they taken unconscious and loaded on the ship?
Seems like it.
Some mirror falling.
Luckily, the safety blisters held. It was the
There it
only
is.
reason that we were able to get up.
What happened to May?
You were really badly hurt.
Oh.
The doctors had to induce a coma, and I stayed with you.
She was at a doctor's appointment. At the clinic in Sector 4.
Oof.
I'm so sorry. Half the mirror came down on Sector 4.
Poor guy. Yikes.
No.
yeah, I mean, can't really imagine waking up, not knowing where you are, and then looking for your daughter, and
She's
being told
dead.
she's dead. You know.
Hey, is that Amos behind them? Where's Amos? He okay?
It's not Amos behind them.
You're gonna tell me everything we said, or I'm gonna break you in two.
Dozim Gong Sasake. And the science man also.
No, they're all.
Tensions are high.
He got radicalized.
Wait a minute.
You don't get to tell me who to kill.
That was a comment from my last episode.
Sir, we've received priority message for you. You're from DOS.
In the office.
Hey, you guys. Look what I got.
Play it here.
Fred Johnson, I have tried to teach you the Beltway. I have failed. We do not want to live under anyone's boot, Fred Johnson. A Select taught you, even a friendly one. This is the way it has been until now. No more.
But
I have stolen your secret, Fred Johnson, and I am giving it to the Belt.
Fuck.
Another great delivery there.
honestly, it was crazy too. You could see the Belters in the room were kind of like listening.
We docked and were waiting to take on cargo when the battle broke out.
I don't like the thought of being burnt to anyone.
Going from being a doctor of botany to a burden.
I'm going back to Mars. I still have some family there. The terraforming project could always use more agritechs. Could start over together.
She flying something?
She shoot
Oh my god.
Shoot your shot, yo.
Dude, his daughter just died. What are you doing?
Like wedding crashes when that one guy goes to funerals.
We have backups for everything Cortazar was working on. The data cores will erase themselves if they're tampered with. We know a lot more than DAWs.
And how long is that gonna last? The proto-molecule was talking to him.
I made sure that Cortazar wasn't leaving any traces of his work in Tycho's normal logs. But if we go outside and hook into the antenna directly, we might be able to get what you need. I can help you with that.
I'll grab my gear.
Meanwhile, she's hiding that. We forgot to cover that.
Someone's looking at it.
Naomi.
She's looking at it.
She's the only one who knows it still exists, bro.
Yeah, but I didn't know if they found it, bro.
What is she doing? She's so sus. Flight plan. She's flying it.
She gonna kill it?
She's actually gonna kill it.
Hey,
Didn't.
What?
I'm sorry. I didn't tell you there was more of it out there.
Why didn't you?
I knew how you'd feel. I didn't want to argue about it.
Got to go. I've got work to do.
A terrible reason.
I relate with that though, man.
Oh, okay. He's okay.
He looks a little strung out though.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as he's walking and breathing on station still, I'm happy.
Hey, where you been?
Traumatized.
I'm not sure. Okay, listen, I got me a whole bunch of busted up hand terminals that I gotta get operational for the refugees. I could really use some help. So, you gonna give me a hand?
No.
No.
So traumatized. Yeah. It's this guy who watched him space someone, didn't he?
He did.
That was the tech on her bridge.
Yep.
Bridge.
Other ship come. Take your load for Earth, for Mars. They take you, okay?
You know we'll be competing for the same job, right?
Oh, he's going with her. What else is he gonna do? He's got no prospects.
Ooze.
He's gonna go to Sirius and work on the docks.
You? No.
I'm going to Mars.
You're not Duster, Bird.
No, I'm going with my friend.
We're traveling together.
Enos only.
I guess I could stay.
No, it's okay. I'll join you as soon as I can.
Come. No time for waste.
These belters aren't allowed on there.
They're just
It's
gonna.
only.
They're just gonna space him.
For other ship to dock, okay? So hold, ready for 0G. Now we go.
Oh God.
If they do that, that's gonna be crazy, dude. Right now, that's gonna be crazy. I can't. Oh man, 3,
2.
the hand to hand. It's gonna be the hand on the hand, bro. Thank you.
Bye, Felicia.
Oh man. Please don't. Stress.
He's looking behind her.
Oh, there it is.
Yeesh.
Not as violent suction as I thought, but oh, there it is. Never mind.
Damn, that's toxic.
That's all you're gonna say is just space. Oh.
Damn, that's rough on him.
Shows you how the Belters are feeling, man.
He just lost the only friend he had left. He's like, what the fuck?
Well, you just rationalized him the other way. Radicalized, not rationalized. They love their space shots on people's faces floating frozen.
Still alive.
Yeah.
I mean, what an awful way to die.
Fred serves the best interests of the belt.
Dawes seems to think different.
Does. It's always had a unique way of seeing the world.
Anyone would know it's her.
Do you know him?
Used to work for him.
She sounds a little emotional right
So
now.
how'd you...
You found what Cortazar found.
There was more on Ganymede?
The shout came from Ganymede. There's protomolecule
Oh.
Ganymede Station.
Okay. Mikey was right.
There's a protomolecule shout occurred right
And he
around
heard
the
it
same
because,
time Earth and Mars started shooting at each
yeah.
other over Ganymede
See, they started shooting each other, so they were fighting. It wasn't Mal.
Jim.
Jim?
I feel like we failed.
Jim.
That's the first time.
What's he doing?
A coup.
So let's see if we can connect anyone on Ganymede to Progen.
All right, check the personal directories on Ganymede Station. Show us anyone with Protogen in their employment history.
Oh!
Okay, now just ones with advanced degrees in genetics, biology, nanoinformatics. Dr. Lawrence Strickland, degrees in all three.
Pediatrician.
It can't be this easy.
There's no reason for him to hide. He was working in a clinic as...
Did you read that on the screen?
Yeah, it said it on there.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was like, holy shit.
What did it say on the screen?
Section 4,
Check the
probably.
photos. Who are the people with them and where are they now?
Hey, that guy.
Right there.
Hey, they're like, convenient.
This is being strange as it is.
We're not gonna turn anyone away.
Here comes the coup.
I want you to draw up a station-wide ration.
Oh shit. Come on.
I hope she solos them.
Drummer.
Put it down!
No one else needs to die. What do you want?
We want a missile, boss man. All them other missile.
Yikes. We're in a bad spot.
It'll be fine. He's looking for his daughter on the memorial. Oh, he put... He's like, why am I being signaled out?
Hey! You're practicing decay, man. What's going on? Station business. Back off.
Why do you have to cover his mouth? Stop resisting! I don't know.
Stop resisting!
Don't say anything.
What do you know about Dr. Lawrence Strickland?
He's my daughter's pediatrician.
Coming together.
He's a very gifted geneticist.
Place some genes, some protomolecule.
What's he got in there?
The doctor gave him the protomolecule. Fuck.
It's just a soybean.
On the other side, though, isn't it?
I'm a botanist.
No, it's in that pocket.
Give us the codes. No.
Stop! Stop! Will you next?
Oh, they're the Black Sky guys. Didn't he space the last Sky guy?
I work for Fred.
No!
Maybe not for long, though.
Drummer, no.
I know.
If drummer dies, I'm quitting.
You guys were hiring a new reactor.
Who's Lydia Maloof?
That's the...
All he said was the woman who raised him was named Lydia.
Yeah, Lydia's the woman that raised him.
You know what your problem is? I'm gonna tell you. The only person you give a shit about is yourself. That's your answer? You don't feel like it? That's not good enough, Famous. That's not good enough.
He's a Martian. He wants to help everyone.
That's what people do. We help. That's why we have a civilization.
So then why don't you help your family?
Jeez.
Shot fired!
Out of my face. Oh, Jesus. Famous! I don't want to fight you, Alex. Please don't make me. Because if we do, who's going to fly the ship? What happened to you?
He's so traumatized.
Damn, look at that fucking stare.
Do you hear that beeping too? Yeah. Hey, someone's trying to access the missile controls. Holy shit. Looks like they're preparing to launch.
Give Amos some murder therapy right now.
God.
Amos, go save Fred Johnson.
She was my daughter's pediatrician, that's it.
When was the last time you saw him?
Just mute the phone. Mute the phone.
Me getting phone calls.
I was with him. She had an appointment at the clinic.
Strickland took her out of the clinic.
Nearly an hour before the mirror fell. Your daughter might still be alive.
You're going to Ganymede to find Dr. Strickland.
I'm coming with you.
Please take me with you.
Your ship needs a botanist. I'm coming.
Drummer!
You can't hack the launch codes.
They kill her?
I can try. Those missiles won't do you
She's
any good.
bleeding out.
Oh, she just was not moving for a second.
Give her just more oxygen for the fire of the great Belter Revolution.
No, she's definitely alive.
That's gotta hurt. Amos is like, I'm gonna shoot them through the fucking window.
Jesus Christ. He's traumatized, but he's like, he's going on pure instinct opposed past alone right now, probably. I don't like traumatized Amos, but I do at the same time.
Amos.
Oh, because the spin must be pretty crazy on that station.
Yeah. Probably easier to crawl with less resistance.
Is he breaking into the command center?
Yes.
Nitrogen levels are going through the roof. Kill the oxygen now.
Almost there.
We're gonna knock them all out with nitrogen.
That might save Drummer.
Lower the heart rate.
Mm-hmm.
Less heart rate, less blood pumping. I wonder if it affects them more because of their Belter lungs versus Fred Johnson's Earther lungs. Yeah.
Get that shit out of my face.
Drummer's knocked out.
Drummer first.
It's under control.
It's a drummer first.
Okay, let's get you to.
Oh!
Cold fucking blooded. She's head of security. She's allowed to do that.
She's ride or die for fucking Fred Johnson. She is ride or die for Fred Johnson right there.
Well, she just didn't like getting fucked over by the guy.
She's like getting shot. Are you kidding?
She just ride or die too for him though.
Looks like they're taking him.
We got a botanist. I don't know why, but I know why. I'm just joking.
Naomi said that you're coming with us to find your little girl. It's a good reason.
He likes that at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you, psychologist Mikey.
Amos's trauma has been resolved by watching a dad go for his daughter.
I need to ask you something.
Yo, Belters really like just shooting
James
people.
Holden, I know and love.
No, they like shooting Earthers. And Belters. You haven't seen them shoot a Martian yet.
Because Martians stay on their planet.
So I can come back. I love you too. I love you through it all.
No more secrets.
No more secrets.
She looks very
She's
distraught.
got a hell of a secret.
God, what? Tycho TC refuses to release the clamps until Fred Johnson gives his personal authorization.
And he's not. All right, I'm on it.
Damn, I just want to fucking fuck. There you go. Keep it with you now.
I know we've had our differences, but if you find the proto-molecule on Ganymede Station,
I sure as hell ain't gonna bring it back to you.
well, don't bother to come back here at all. You will no longer be welcome on Tycho Station.
You still think you're gonna be in charge when I get back? You said it yourself, the game has changed.
What's she doing?
Any of us like it or not,
Torpedo flight control.
I really am sorry. You're just not a part of it anymore.
Damn.
You're free to go.
He just punked him out like, you ain't shit.
Yeah, that was kind of
That
wild.
was pretty cold-blooded.
You do one wrong thing, the entire station's revolting against you. Just be careful, all right? Literally what happened to him already, the coup from the Black Sky faction. Woo! There's an episode. All right. A good episode, stretch real fast.
Yep.
Are you still in shock after that episode?
No, I just really want a bowl of Cheerios right now.
There's a determined look at your face. All right.
So we got a new character this episode, first
Is
of
he
all.
permanent, though, is the question? Or is this the book of the botanist?
The book of the book of botany. I don't remember his name, to be honest. It was Dr. Meng or something like that.
Yeah, it's Prax Meng.
Dr. Prax Meng. His daughter Mei Meng went to her pediatrician's appointment the day that the mirror fell. But the pediatrician, who has a history with Protocorp and 3 advanced engineering, was it engineering?
Genetic. It was genetics. He was a geneticist.
He had 3 big degrees, and he was working there. Obviously, for some reason,
no, he had one of the 3 degrees that they searched for.
He had all 3.
Jesus Christ!
So he was super.
Do people just go to school until they're 40?
Yeah. What?
Do people just go to school until they're 40 in this world?
Well, they can go. They live for 150
forever.
years.
All right, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You have more time to
Finish
learn.
school at 50. Yeah.
When I was your age.
That's true. But we had that happen. We didn't get a lot. Actually, it was very interesting because this was a very belt-focused episode.
Good.
We didn't get any outside interaction, really. We saw, from his point of view, what it looked like when it fell, which was interesting. We saw, he thought his daughter was dead, which caused him great trauma for the doctor. And then it was a little bit of maybe it was a fake out when they showed him open up the thing, and we were like, oh my God, he's got the proto molecule.
But what I'm confused about on that is that when he opened it with just the top and the bottom, when he popped the top open, it was an empty top, and he looked in. Then when they opened it the other way, it was a plant.
Maybe it grew.
Maybe.
Maybe flowered, or maybe that. But
I think that's a good observation because they opened it the opposite.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I was like, who opens who opens it like that?
But think about this too.
I was like, what?
He was put.
Yeah, I don't know. For the right, it's like
if it's a water bottle, it's just gonna dump all the water.
I thought the same thing. Whatever.
He is a doctor, and the doctor Strickland's a medical doctor, and he probably, I don't know if it was him, potentially put the dad into a coma. He was put into a medically induced coma.
Strickland didn't put him in a coma.
He could have. We don't know that. We don't know that yet.
We don't know.
Strickland was missing. He left the clinic, and that was the last they saw of him.
True.
Tinfoil hatting.
Tinfoil
Let
hatting.
him pop off,
Movie foot.
Where did you get that?
Okay, Mikey. Continue.
Okay, so we saw the tinfoil hat came out, so this means this.
Okay, sorry. So hold on before we get ahead of ourselves. So, yes, the doctor woke up to trauma of thinking his daughter's dead, and then guess what he got more of? More trauma.
His daughter was kidnapped.
No, hold on. Before he finds that out, what else happens?
His only friend gets spaced.
Oh, his friend gets spaced.
She's like, we could start a life together, and
on Mars.
That sounds great.
They're like,
and then they
that scene was so tense, and it was so it was just slow.
I just can't look to the right of me for the rest of this discussion.
So as we continue our discussion, we saw the episode before this that the creature was a proto-molecule type creature, which was confirmed by Cortazar's Scream, it was called.
Are you tinfoil hatting?
I'm tinfoil hatting right now.
Okay.
That's why the hat's on. So when that happened, we don't know if it was maybe it was one of his patients, maybe it was one of the children. We don't know. This show is a little messed up. Was maybe given the injection of the proto-molecule, or maybe it was something that was dropped off. And he knew it was coming, so he escaped because he had maybe some sort of research data, or because he's a geneticist, maybe he was taking, labs on the children.
He used to work for Protogen.
Yeah.
So that's how they even found
exactly
him in the first place.
So maybe he was looking through the children there, and because, interestingly enough, she's a Belter child, and for some reason they were testing on Belters only, not Earthers and Mars on Aero Station. Maybe there's a certain interaction that occurs with Belters and the molecule, and they're trying to figure it out. I mean, Julie's interaction was she became a seed crystal. The other ones became, we don't know, kind of like some sort of energy.
Julie Mao was an Earther.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tried testing on Belters.
Yes.
And I'm just assuming the rationale is that since the idea is to turn people into spacefarers, that Belters, since they're one step already there, is why they're testing on Belters.
It could be, and
that's a good addition to the tinfoil.
Because their bodies are adapted.
It makes
the point.
Like if you're just gonna kind of like wing a theory, that makes sense because it's like we're doing evolution. Well, why don't we do the one that's one step already evolved?
That's true. Now, cool thing from this episode that we took into account is last episode we watched, we weren't sure where his second in command, Fred Johnson's second in command.
Drummer's a trooper.
She is a ride or die for Fred Johnson, as well as vicious with the executing of those two guys, but she was willing to die instead of giving these new codes up.
She's the only one who killed anybody.
She believes in Fred
did.
Johnson.
She killed 3 guys, right?
She killed 2 in the beginning,
And then
I think,
2 more.
and then 2 more.
She killed the Black Sky guy and the guy that betrayed them.
No. But when they burst into the room,
she killed 2 more. Yeah.
She's the only one who was like pow pow,
which was crazy. The entire rescue scene of using nitrogen to kind of like knock everybody out, and then coming in and taking them out was crazy. As well as that,
I like how no one's concerned that Naomi has like her program set up that she could just do that
well, they
at
don't
any
know.
time.
They probably don't know.
They don't know,
but they didn't mention it afterwards. There's no fallout.
You have to remember, they blindly trust Naomi, especially Holden. He's not questioning any of her actions.
Well, that I'm not talking about. I'm talking about like Fred Johnson and Drummer. Just she has full access to their network apparently. And they're just like, yeah, that's fine.
For Amos, remember how I started this episode by saying, we didn't see Amos at the end of the last episode. Where'd he go? He went on a binge. He went on a binge, whatever, and he went off
working through that trauma,
working through his trauma of a childhood. Now, he aptly knew how to find pedophiles and whatnot, so there could be an assumption that maybe he was what pedophiles like. He knew basically that type of stuff, how to talk to pedophiles and whatnot. That's what he had that whole discussion.
Yeah, with Cortazar. Yeah.
So maybe he, unfortunately, Amos was sex trafficked until he was old enough to become muscle, was a possible theory. Because, he has that trauma of seeing the, young boy with the mom and whatnot. But also he was with sex workers, you don't know if they're the greatest, so it's a possibility. Why are you giving that look?
Yeah,
So there's a chance.
I think we're about done with the tinfoil theories.
Tinfoil hat comes off, so we're done with those theories. It's nice to see that when Amos is in action mode, though, he kind of snaps back out of that trauma, so that you can at least, we weren't going to have an Amos traumatized arc where he's kind of like on the edge and completely.
Well, he clearly has a lot more trauma than he's letting on. Although I don't think any of us thought he was like a high-functioning normal person.
He goes to therapy every week.
She's like a sister to me.
The Fight Club.
She's like a sister to me, but I sleep with her if she'd let me.
Man,
That's not healthy at all.
Anyways,
is there anything else to just go over in this episode? I mean, Fred Johnson gave it.
We could let Panda talk.
No, I mean, Mikey covered a lot of it, but we saw Naomi wrestling with her, debating what to do with the torpedo with the protomolecule. I mean, this episode really was just a lot of ethical discussion between like, should we use it? Should we not use it? Dawes is like, it's for the people. Johnson was like, it needs to be kept away. Naomi's sitting there like, I have some too, but I can't tell anyone. Should I get rid of it or should I keep it?
Yeah, it's true.
So it's a big dynamic of, I guess, from last episode into this episode of like what to do with the protomolecule. They're going to Ganymede where they're going to run into probably the protomolecule monster that it appears to be, that Mikey so aptly pointed out in previous episode. So I'm excited to see what happens next episode, because this was a lot of philosophical discussion, and I think we're due for more action. I know we got action with the Black Sky little coup.
Wasn't enough.
But I mean, Drummer kind of did like a what's that movie with Keanu Reeves?
John Wick?
Yeah, he does a little John Wick where she's like pow pow, get shot. It's like pow pow, and lives. It's like okay, but like I'm trying to see some like anxiety-ridden action.
Now, what about Alex? Was called out for I want to save everybody. Why don't you go help your family then?
That's just dudes. That was a perfect
changed it a little bit.
More to the story.
Yeah, there is, but you notice he had the picture on his frame as like his dashboard, and then he
put it next to his heart.
Yeah.
I did want to add something to what you said about the missile, because she's looking at it. She almost pulls the trigger early in the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Then Holden's like, I'm so sorry I kept that secret from you. I love you. There are no more secrets. The whole time she's like, oh, jeez.
I thought she was like that because she said, I love you. I thought that's why she...
No, and then after that, Well, she's hiding this massive secret and she's directly lying to him. It's not like she kind of like she's directly lying to him and misled him about it. But at the end of the episode, we saw her like huddled in the corner, like, I don't know what to do. It's like, just blow it up.
She never
honestly.
can pick a side. She can never be decisive like that.
Well,
it's part of
she's facing the issue all the Belters are, and it's
part of her
where's your loyalty?
She's debating between her love and loyalty to the crew and to Jimmy Holden.
That's the first time she said Jim. That was so weird.
Well, it's what you do with it. Anyways, and debating between that, where they all believe that it needs to be stopped because they've seen the problems with it, but then her lifetime experience, her lifetime allegiances have been to the belt, and she's like, no, maybe the belt does need this. So she's literally, in her character, her character development is her past self with her current self, and which one is stronger, which one does she care about, which one's her true self. And it's actually amazing how good they do the writing in these shows, because like I said before, between Amos and Alex, like, that was a really good writing example of how two bro dudes will talk to each other when shit's going down. And it's rough, it is not kind, there's no easing, it's very punch each other, but also I'm punching you because I love you type.
It was really good, because I think that's spot on. When someone's saying the things you don't want to hear,
right,
you kick him right where it hurts, and Amos definitely did that.
Yeah,
like immediately.
And Amos is tough from the streets type of guy that's like willing to do that, and Alex is ex-MCRN. Right?
Yeah, but
so like
he's a pilot.
Even if he was just a cargo pilot, like there's still that culture in the military where they'll be like tough love. So them butting heads like that was true to their characters, true to bro culture, and it's still sweet and loving.
But the moment something
in their
important arose, they both
dropped it and went.
Yeah,
Professional. But one interesting thing I took from Amos, he said, Alex is like, well, no, don't do that, and Alex, don't kill me. And Amos is like, well, yeah, I can't kill you because
who will fly the ship?
Who's gonna fly the ship? It's not.
It's another dude thing to say.
No, it's not like. No, it's a trauma thing to say.
No, that's a trauma.
That's a trauma thing to say, because you saw his eyes when he said that. Because 2 episodes ago, when they told them that they were kissing and having sex and stuff, oh no, when Naomi and Holden said that to them, they were friends, and he said, "I like you now. That's why I'm not gonna punch you in the arm." He didn't say that I'm not gonna kill you because I don't like you. It's like, who's gonna fly a ship if you die? Because he's like, I'm not gonna punch you because I like you. I'm not gonna kill you because I like you. Like, he completely dropped that I like you thing, because he's in a I'm defending myself time. You know, because as Joe said, you know, he put back to the wall, look around, assess everything. When that's what he's doing right now, is back to the wall, reassessing everything. He knows on his assessment that Naomi is okay because he's known her long enough, but now he's reassessing. It feels like the crew,
because
of his trauma. He kind of reset Amos.
He only really did that to Alex.
Well, because Alex challenged him.
Yeah, fair.
But Amos hasn't. Amos hasn't been challenged by Holden yet. But then again, he also sees him as a commander already, so that might not matter.
Yeah.
Because even though you're my captain, I don't care. But that was a nice little extended discussion from us. I think it's a good stop for us to stop the discussion of episode 8. If you guys have been watching right now, thank you for following our discussion. Make sure you check for the next episode that's coming out, because I can't imagine it's going to stop the brakes anytime soon, because we're just going to keep on going downhill. Especially as we end towards the season 2 finale. I don't know what episode it is, but we're getting there. Only so many episodes we can go to before it's the finale, and it's got to be crazy. Thank you guys for watching, though. We're the review crew. I am Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
Thank you for watching, and you guys, take care. Be well.
Bye.